Hello everybody, and welcome back for the weekly recap. If you find this video interesting, make sure you give me a thumbs up down below to encourage me to make more videos of this type. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel where you will find additional videos of this nature and other safety related videos along with leadership training videos. Well, let's get started. I hate to own up to it, but I may have been wrong. How many times have you heard me say that safety needs to be a habit? While preparing for this safety recap, I was researching information because, once again, I was going to say that safety is a habit. However, during my research, I ran across an article from Thought Leadership written by John Drebinger Jr. And his argument is that safety is a skill and not a habit. He goes on to say that he thinks people who are great at something display more than outstanding habits. They demonstrate outstanding skill. It is easy to mistake a skill for a habit, he states. Skills are adaptable. Skills are adaptable to a situation. A skilled worker can use the techniques he or she has learned, and when confronted with a new or unique situation, they can apply those skills to get the job done. I have never met a habitual machinist, but I have met many skilled machinists who know the principles of their craft and can use them to create or repair something. They can work for one company in one industry and then change companies and be just as successful. Safety is a skill we must teach everyone. When we teach safety as a skill, people can adapt and apply that skill to all areas of their life. For example, John says, if someone habitually uses hearing protection when entering a posted work area, then they are only protected then and there. When a person has safety as a skill, they are protected in many more situations. They can arrive at home and go to mow the lawn, and they notice how loud the lawnmower is, so they go and get some hearing protection and use it. They understand the principle of hearing protection, realized their lawnmower was loud, and proceeded to protect their hearing. All of that without specific training with lawnmowers. Habits are mindless. John states, why would we ever encourage mindless behavior in the workplace? We are always safer when we are focused on the task at hand. Think of how many injuries occur when someone is doing something habitually and mindlessly. People walk without consciously thinking of every step. This sets some people up for a fall. Conditions along their path differ from the norm because of debris or slippery conditions. And because they're not walking mindfully or skillfully, they trip or slip. Now, when warned of a dangerous situation, such as ice, they engage their mind and skill and safely make it across the icy path. John goes on to say also that skill is a more respectful word. I think of workers as skilled professionals I respect, whether it's the newest person on the job or a seasoned craftsman. They are due my respect. As an international safety speaker, from a communication and leadership perspective, I am always more effective when I have and show respect for those with whom I am communicating. The word skill conveys respect much better than habit. Thank you, John. I've taken your words to heart, and I will encourage those that I work with to think as safety as more of a skill than a habit. I think John makes some excellent points in his commentary. I believe our mindset should be that when we train people, we are giving them safety skill sets, and also we should make it a point that the habit they should have is being mindful of how they interact safely with their surroundings and or the task they are performing or about to perform. Their thoughts on safety should be, I did it this way because it was the right and safe thing to do, regardless of the extra time it may have taken to work safely. All right, this past week I had the opportunity to visit 10 job sites, and overall everything looked good. However, there were some items of note. Fall protection. When using windows to remove debris from a building, there must be a top rail at 42 inches, according to the OSHA spec for guardrails, to protect workers from falling out the window. Dropped object protection. The OSHA standard requires that all holes in floors greater than 2 inches in diameter are to be covered and marked. Those covers are to be secured. Silica, the silica ECP. If the potential for respirable silica dust exposure is present, there must be an exposure control plan, and the ECP must be adhered to. Electrical hazards. Team members should be trained in the inspection of electric tool cords, inspection of extension cords, and the proper use of GFCIs. Equipment inspections. Equipment inspections are to be conducted prior to machine startup, and those inspections are to be documented. Proper PPE. Ensure that team members have proper footwear and eye protection while on the job site. Emergency Action Plan, or an EAP. Do you have an emergency action plan established for your job site? Are emergency numbers and contacts posted nearby and everybody knows where that posting is? Are the directions to the hospital or minute clinic posted? Have you established rally points if there is to be an emergency evacuation? Next, I'd like to talk about oxidizers and fuels. Now, most of us are familiar with the OSHA standard requiring that compressed gas cylinders of oxygen and flammables such as propane or acetylene are to be separated by a 20-foot barrier. However, we need to be aware of flammables and combustibles like diesel fuel and gasoline and make sure they are stored well away from oxidizers or compressed oxygen. So make sure there's no diesel fuel or gasoline stored near your oxygen gas cylinders. I'd like to give a shout out for, and I'm going to call him NP, for doing an excellent job of on-site training in fall protection and boom lift operations with some new guys on his site. He went through the inspection process for the fall protection equipment. He went through the process of how to wear it properly. He went through the process of how to operate a boom lift. He observed as the individual operated the boom lift with him at hand near the controls, and then he allowed the individual to operate the boom lift. The thing that we have to remember is that we need to make sure we document on-site training and qualifications of our team members. Now, OSHA may want to see the record of training in a post-accident investigation. All right, guys, that was about it for the recap. Just take John's words to heart and train your team members with safety skill sets to improve both safety and performance on your projects, and give them something that they can take with them wherever they go in life to even protect their family and friends from possible dangers at home. Once again, thanks for watching. If you found this video useful, make sure you give me a thumbs up down below to encourage me to make additional videos of this type. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel where you will find additional videos of this nature, other safety-related videos, and leadership training videos. And until we see each other again, take care of yourself because you're number one. Look out for your coworkers to help ensure their safety, and I will see you in the field.